Yeah, welcome to the dojo, baby, man. Have no fear, TyKwonDoe is here, man. Y'all know what's going on in the building, baby. Listen, when I tell y'all we have a video today, y'all know the all-time favorite right here, Brittany Renner, sat down with Fresh and Fit. Now listen, Fresh and Fit, this is for all complete honestly. The kind of man I am, death before dishonor. So, you know, whether I fuck with somebody or not, whether I respect somebody or not, it's always in me to just keep it real and say what needs to be said. With that being said, with this video, my boys, it's looking like Fresh and Fold. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, like this. Listen, bro. Let me tell y'all something though. Watching this, I didn't even see the full clip yet. I'll probably react to it on stream. I'm just hesitant to do it because last time I watched the video with her on the podcast, it was copyrighted and trademarked. I mean, not trademarked, but copyrighted by academics company or whatever. So with that being said, though, we're going to take a look at these two clips and the conversation that they had. And it's a lot that's being said here, but y'all got to read the room. Y'all got to read between the lines as we watch this because there's a lot that stuck out to me in this. First and foremost, what's most evident and obvious is that Fresh and Fit, y'all, like, listen, bro. It takes a certain kind of guy or man or person, period, to be able to go head to head with her. We all know about Brittany Renner, bro. The power level of the Dooney Demon is to the roof. She ain't one of them, bro. She's not just I'm going to just bring her to the show, ask her these questions, say this and say that, and just overpower her, control the conversation. Clearly, let's be seen when we watch the clips. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. But with that being said, she clearly, had from what I've seen so far, like I said, I haven't seen the full thing. She had all the power and the control of the conversation. She applied all the pressure. She was direct, clear, concise, and intellectual and self-aware with it. Which is one thing that I really want to respect when y'all show y'all these clips is that she says she spoke on something about, the kind of content they make. And that's going to spawn the rest of our conversation for the rest of the video. But let's get to the clips, bro. Let's get to the clips.
Guys about girls like me.
And we're going to do one clip at a time. So I'm going to play the first one, talk, and then play the second one. Because it's two different things to mention about both clips.
You warn guys about girls like me, so tell me about girls like me.
Just women in general. Like, I mean,
don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here
this was an off-camera conversation.
that you did say that.
That's true.
You warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face, what kind of girl am I?
You're not special. You're like other girls. That's the key.
I'm not special.
Like, you're like other women that are.
So
like,
what makes you special then?
I never said I was.
What do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does that make you feel? That you warn.
Right. So catch that. After that first clip, bro, what immediately sticks out to me is how she's aggressively asking those questions and she's directly, asking for the answer. What's this? What's that? You said this. Show up and follow up. What's there to talk about now? I'm right in front of you, right? The key thing to notice here is she said, "What does it do for you to tell women they're not special?" This shows the level of self-awareness she has and how her mind works, right? And regardless of what she does off camera, regardless of whatever life she lives, whatever life Fresh and Fit lives, the key thing to notice here is that what she's speaking on is you as a viewer, for whoever's watching this right now, when you watch people's content, the sort of content you like, the sort of music you listen to, the sort of topics and conversations you have, the standpoints you take in those convos. Let's just take politics, for example. There's a huge split in the polarity of politics right now. It's been the farthest polarity has ever been. Republicans and Democrats are on two total planets right now. They're not the same wings of the same bird as they should be, right? And as you look at someone who's devoutly Republican or devoutly Democrat, you start to look. You can see their lifestyle. They watch their whole feed is purely Democrat. Their whole timeline and the content they consume is purely Democrat. So they kind of become over-consumed in that. So to say that and connect to what she said about what does that do for you when you call women and tell them they're not special, is that you as the viewer, when you watch Fresh and Fit, when you watch me, or when you watch other dating coaches, or when you listen to rap music, or you listen to country music, it says something about you. If that's what you like. What you like says something about you. Oh, that's obvious, right? The key is that she's talking about when you tell women they're not special, when you humble them, and when you bring them down. What does that do for you? So if you're a person who likes their content and you like it solely for the purpose of, oh, I love seeing them just humble women, destroy their egos, tell them they're trash and tell them they're not shit, why do you like to see that? And the answer, in my opinion, is that you're coming from a place where you lack self-esteem and you lack confidence to the point where you want to see someone else's confidence and self-esteem be brought down. Now, don't get me wrong. Arrogance and arrogance. A big head is a big head no matter what. Right? The intention is what's key here. The intention is what's key because that's what it says about you. So there's nothing wrong with, humbling somebody. In reality, you will humble somebody accidentally or on purpose, whether you try to or not, if their head is big or if they have a huge ego. Because once they're faced with the truth, they'll naturally be humbled. They'll naturally be brought down. But if it is your sole intention, I just want to destroy egos, I just want to humble them, like that says a lot about how you think, how you feel, and what kind of emotions are involved with that. As we see in the next clip, it'll continue the conversation off of that. But
guys, about girls like me. So
watch this.
I mean, I know everything. I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So, how does that make you feel? Because if I say you're a bitch ass, that does something for me, right?
That does something for me. Pay attention, chat. Listen, pay attention.
If I insult you, or if I tell you you're not special, you're forgettable. What does that do for me? No, but that doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, what if I call you? If I just say that again, you're forgettable. That's why I didn't want to do you guys.
Right. Listen, she's gonna talk about why she didn't want to do their podcast. She didn't like the room. Whatever. Stay on to that point where she's talking about, if I call you a bitch ass nigga, what does that do for me? Right. It's coming from a place of, I want you to feel how I feel. I don't like you. I want you to feel that I don't like you. That giving what she feels kind of thing. So what is the connection here? What point am I making here? During this conversation, she broke them down because she understood their aim. She understood where their intention was coming from. It can be rooted and connected to misogyny if its intention is, I just want to destroy women, I just want to humble women. It's one thing to say, I want to help men who are being taken advantage of by women, right? By making them aware of how to notice women who will take advantage of them and who will do these kind of things. So vice versa, if that's helpful for all, you know what I'm saying? The intention of it is open and is educating. When you target, like, I just want to destroy women, I just want to break them down, and I'm not saying that's what all fresh, that's the only thing Fresh and Fit does. That's the context of the conversation at hand right now. The bigger picture is that she understands how they think and why they think the way they do. See, they're still on the level of they think what they think, and here's what they think. And if I had a video on the allegory of the cave where I broke down the levels of mental complexity, right? And if you're not, like, your consciousness and you're not woke in that sense that you're not very self-aware, you don't know why you think what you think, you don't know where your thoughts came from, you don't know how your upbringing and your surrounding nurtured you to be the way you are. For example, down to the music you listen to, the shows you watch, down to the artists you look up to, down to everything about your lifestyle. If you don't understand why you think the way you think, and connection to your emotions and your feelings and your thoughts and how you view and perceive the world, you are a slave to the world. Now, like I said, what I'm talking about now is bigger than this topic. It's bigger than Fresh and Fit, and bigger than Brittany Renner, and bigger than the whole debate. What I'm saying this to say is, you as a viewer, you need to build and work on that self-awareness. And let's get back into the Fresh and Fit thing though, before I make this a whole deeply spiritual video. She put this pressure on them and made them fool in this because they weren't ready. How can I directly say this? They weren't ready to be direct in what the points they make. For example, she said, what is that? She didn't ask them, you know, what do these women egos look like, you know, or how do these women take advantage of men? I think they would answer that perfectly. You know, they deal with that all the time. They have women on the show. They interact with these women, so they know what it's like to live in Miami. They see the lifestyle. They have money. They're around these things. But she asked them directly, what does it do for you when you humble and destroy women's egos, or you target and attack women? That question is much different than why do you do it? No, what does it do for you? What feelings are surrounded in your intention in doing that? She was about to break them down on a mental level, bro. On the level of why you work the way you are. You know what I'm saying? Listen, my guy Fresh.
Porn guys.
You gotta back up your boy Fit. You gotta back him up here. You know what I'm saying? It's 2v1 and she got the whole room quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like bro, listen, the power level was too high. I mean, even watching this, I'm like, bro, I would love to talk to her. Because it's one thing to be overpowered by her and to let her control the room and let you know how to have this whole conversation go the way it goes. But it's another thing to when you can really talk to her directly and on point to these topics, right? She's coming from a place of self-awareness and consciousness to where she's not just looking at it as I'm gonna argue with you and I'm gonna attack you. No, I'm gonna dismantle your argument, understand where you're coming from, and then our conversation is gonna start. If all of this is flying over your head, it's probably a reason for that. Just go back, think about it. Because you might have clicked on this video assuming I was going to sit here and be like, bro, Fresh and Fit got destroyed. Brittany Renner did this. Brittany Renner the thought and da-da-da-da-da. You got to ask yourself why you wanted to see that. Instead of an objective and authentic video that will assess this situation for what it is. You know what I'm saying? So looking into that, bro, like I'm like... I ain't gonna lie, bro. She came prepared. She came on point. She attacked. She smelled blood. She aimed for the neck and went for the kill. I ended her flowers in this, bro. She did. I'm looking at this joint like, damn. Like, listen. A lot of dudes will crumble to this. Because, listen, she got the kind of skill with her mouth. No pun intended. To where she can make you believe a lot, bro. She will overpower a lot of men. Especially on a mental and an intellectual level, just because of how fast she talks, how clear she is, how direct she is. So if you're not ready to communicate or to reposition yourself during an argument, or to be conscious and aware and self-aware and aware of her at the same time, you won't be ready to stand in front of her and really nail her to the points that you're trying to make or what you called her out on in the past. I'll be the first to admit, my whole point with it was looking at the whole PJ Washington situation and Brittany Renner from before I heard her talk. I'm looking at like, yo, she done predatorily, you know, stalked the guy and then, you know, had a baby with him and then left him a month later. But then as I watched her talk about it and I watched her get into these things when academics asked her and pressed her on these questions, and the way she explained things, the way she was describing her answers and stuff like that, you start to see her point of view more, and you start to understand, like, damn, this dude, it really, like, she not the problem. That nigga PJ was a nut. PJ was a cornball. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all due respect to you, bro, you just, like, you know what I'm saying? You start understanding who you were trying to make the victim and who you were trying to make the predator in the situation is much more different when you start to see it for what it is. So, like I said, I'm gonna probably watch this on stream tonight. I had to talk about this and I had to look at this, bro, because this is crazy, bro.
I mean, I know everything. I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So, how does it make you feel? Because if I say you're a bitch, that does something for me.
And she's aware that it does something for her, and that reason that it does something for her, she's trying to find out his reason and what it does for him. Because then she'll be able to dismantle, like, okay, do you realize that you have bad intentions towards women, or that you have, what's it called? You know, your damage, your own. Because, like I said, why do you watch what you watch? Like, for example, let's take a lot of red pill content, a lot of red pill viewership coming into. You see a lot of dudes are willing to do toxic things, or willing to oh, bitches ain't, all women are the same, bitches ain't shit, these women is that, because of what women have done to them. So now they carry that with them and interact with the world and perceive the world in that way, and they so you know, bitter and butthurt towards women And I'm not saying all red pill content is. You can always find good stuff and take it with the bad. You have to, but listen. The reason that a lot of the red pill viewers can get so extreme with what they listen to, and like I said, this is anything. It happens in politics, it happens in sports, it happens in anything. Conspiracy theories, it happens in religion, it happens in. So we're just taking we'll look at the red pill community, for example, right? So a lot of the viewership gets so extreme with it because they're more susceptible to the hate that is being spoken to. That woman did them wrong. She broke their heart. She, you know, they interacted with a girl with an ego and they felt like she destroyed them, or, you know, she made them feel some kind of way. So now they're watching some content which says, you know, not all of red pill content. Like I said, I'm not even a red pill coach, so I can't speak and advocate for it. But let's say where dudes will watch it and they love to watch it, not because they're growing and become better persons, but because it gives them the revenge towards the women. For example, I tell you, a dude came in the stream one time and he was like, yeah, so he's like, yeah, when you on your purpose, more women will like you. It's like, bro, you don't even see the puppet strings that are in you as a person. You're not finding yourself and going on your purpose and going to the gym so you can get stronger and healthy and build your life up and take yourself to the next level. You're doing that with the inspiration and motivation of, I'm a, you know, fuck these women. I'm the man. I'm the guy. You know, I'm that. Yeah. So you're doing it in spite of the woman, not for yourself, not to better yourself, not with that good intention involved. I'm gonna just, you know, elevate myself and grow from it. The whole motivation of it is for the women. You will literally find yourself and get your purpose just so you can get women. You wouldn't just do that for yourself? You wouldn't love yourself and give yourself that same care and concern? Do you understand? Y'all understand? Hopefully y'all can catch yourselves and your intention and be like, damn, I was doing these things and I wasn't really understanding why I was doing them, and I wasn't really conscious of where that intention and that motivation was coming from. And as you're self-aware that, you start to take 5 steps back so you can take 10 steps forward to say, I have to heal this damage that is done in me in order for me to truly love myself. Because I hate women so much that I can't even get to love myself. I can't even get to love women. So now I'm struggling with women. I'm having these problems with women. Where is it coming from? It must be something wrong with the women. You try to blame your environment. You try to blame the women. All these women nowadays. And now we all know, honestly, that woman nowadays is a lot different from women back in the day, right? But why complain about it instead of focus on a woman who meets what you want? The fact that you would put the focus and attention on complaining about the woman rather than focusing on the woman that's for you shows, you know what I'm saying? Like you're driven by that hate. You're driven by that revenge. You're driven by that negative emotion. So I'm, like I said, this whole video wasn't even supposed to be about Fresh and Fit and Brittany Renner. I wanted to make this point to reflect back on y'all as the viewer, as the community, as the person, whoever's watching this. So it's about you at the end of the day. Protect yourself, love yourself, heal yourself, reflect on yourself. Don't get caught up in this, and you know, not just this stuff, but like celebrities' lives and you know, y'all know how these pages feed into y'all hate. Y'all gotta catch that. I'm not that guy. Maybe I'll do it in the title so I can get your attention, but once I got your attention, I'm gonna talk about some real shit. But a lot of these pages, like, you know, the Shade Room, or it's literally from the Shade Room right here. They make these posts because they know the reactions that it will trigger. They know the reactions that it will trigger. You know, transgender schools, this, and feminist that, and blah blah blah. They know that these titles and these words trigger these emotions in y'all, and now you're the puppet to them making money, to them getting views, and to their intention of draw this crowd. And they're not really trying to help you when they make them post. They're not really trying to grow you as a person. They don't have your genuine intention in mind. And if they do, they'll lead you back to yourself, to reflect on yourself, to grow yourself with honesty and with authenticity. See, I didn't make this Fresh and Fit. See, the more you fuck with somebody, the more you should be honest with them. So even coming into this, I'm looking at it like, yo, Fresh and Fit. This is not to say, I'm not a part of that whole cancel culture. I don't believe somebody says something wrong, does something wrong, cancel them. I say they need to be brought to the stage. They need to face themselves directly. They need to grow from this. I'm from the grow, not the cancel culture, because at the end of the day, let's say we cancel somebody for doing something wrong. They're still alive. They still have a voice. They still interact with the world. They never change. Now what happens is they might, they might get exiled and kicked out or canceled, and they get worse than they was before when you canceled them. So the best way to handle these certain situations and conflict is grow from it, accept it, acknowledge it. Don't double down in, the cognitive dissonance that comes with this shit. No, accept it. Be honest, be upfront, be real. Because it's all about the good intention of us as a whole. See, somebody might make a video about this and be like, that girl Brittany Renner, they might want to, get revenge for fresh. I'm not choosing sides here. I'm just speaking on what is and what isn't. And if you look at somebody who chooses a side and speaks on or advocates for a side, you got to ask why. It's us. We are the human race. We are the same race. So at the end of the day, I'm for what benefits everybody. Not, oh yeah, destroy her and break her down. Because even think about this. This is the last thing I'm going to leave y'all with for this video. Let's say I'm looking at something, right? And it's a guy or a girl. Because this is y'all thing. Y'all think that it's just women out here that take advantage of men with money? Bro, it's more men that take advantage with men with money. You stupid? It's that whole trademarks, snakes in the grass idea of, why you coming up, or, you got your homeboys around you that's jealous, or, I'm not saying for me and me specifically. All my friends I've known for 10 plus years, or even, I got years with my friends. They tested, they're qualified, right? But I'm just saying, like, people and celebrities, they never know why somebody's messing with them. They never know why that girl likes them. That girl, like, y'all get so caught up in, oh, it's just women that take advantage of you. Stupid. Anybody can be an opportunist. So I'm not going to preach to y'all, oh yeah, these women will take advantage of you. These women will use you and abuse you. Because now you're so focused on the woman, you won't even catch that somebody else is taking advantage of you. But you looked at them, oh, this a guy, he wouldn't take advantage of me. He wouldn't use me. He wouldn't manipulate me. So that's my whole thing. I'm always about the holistic way of viewing it, and in a direct way of getting to the point, in a way that has good intention involved. So fresh and fit, like I hope y'all, reflect from this. I hope this makes y'all go within and, ask yourselves, like, why couldn't I answer her questions? What was she really asking? What was her intention and where she was coming from? Don't take it as, my ego was destroyed, I was exposed, so the internet's gonna try to. Don't fuck the internet. It's about you. It's about you as a person. I don't give a fuck about clout, numbers, views, none of that shit. It's about us as people. So just reflect from this, view from this, and just be real about it. You know what I'm saying? So I even respect y'all for coming on here and facing her, right? And same thing to Brittany Renner for going up there and holding them accountable and speaking and advocating for this, or academics for hosting this. But at the end of the day, we gotta be better. We gotta do better, man. Dojo to the moon, to Saturn. We leaving the solar system. The lens won't even know we exist, man. 160K pack on the way, baby.